Hey everybody, Mark here with Ultimate Performance Training, and today we're going to cover the shoulder and how to get it in a better position and help eliminate a lot of headaches, neck pain, just shoulder pain from sitting for long periods of time. A lot of people who have to sit or drive for long periods of time, your shoulders just naturally roll forward. So we're going to help you unwind that and be able to have your shoulder move in a more free and upright fashion. So first thing you want to do is you want to take a resistance band and attach it to an anchor point that's basically higher than head height for you. You can use a door attachment in a door. You can put it on a stable position like I'm doing right now. It doesn't matter. As long as it's on a stable position, it's not going to move. And what you want to start out, we're going to do 4 different ways of stretching out the shoulders. So the first thing we're going to have you do is you're going to take your left hand, slide it through the band like so, grab onto the band like this, and be in a split stance with your left palm facing up. And you're going to keep your body, your torso nice and tall, and you're going to reach forward, letting the band pull your arm forward, keeping your elbow and your shoulder straight, and then stand up just like that. So you're going to reach forward with your torso, feel a nice big stretch in basically the front part of your glute there, of your front leg, and stand up just like that. So that's going to help you improve taking your arm overhead. Anytime you lift overhead, or if you're a tennis player, for instance, and you're reaching back overhead like that, that's going to help eliminate a lot of the compensations of basically your low back. So again, do that for about 10 to 15 or 20 reps, or even do it for time, depending on what your program calls for, basically how much attention you need to your shoulders. Second position is we want to improve that side-to-side motion of your shoulder. And so what we're going to do is for that, we're going to take the left hand again for this and attach it just in our same position like this, except now we're going to keep it overhead, and our body's going to be perpendicular to our anchor point. So we're going to have the arm overhead, keeping the elbow relatively straight. There's going to be a slight bend in there. That's a no big deal. And we're going to take our feet a little bit wider hip width. We're just going to reach side to side, allowing good separation from our torso to our lower body. And again, that's really going to stretch out those tissues and fibers back in here along the posterior shoulder, the lateral aspect of that. They get really gunky and really tight that a typical shoulder stretch doesn't really cover. Third position we're going to improve in is what's known as the internal rotation of your shoulder. Again, we talked earlier about your shoulders rotating forward so much that you can't extend very well, but they're already in an internally rotated position. And basically, if you're a golfer, if you're somebody who's an overhead athlete like a tennis player or a baseball player, and that requires a lot of internal rotation. If your body's already in an internally rotated position, you're not going to get a whole lot more because there's not a whole lot more room for your body to move, right? So we need to clean that up. And so a big thing we can do with this one is again, we'll take the band, put the hand through just like this, and this time we'll have the palm up, and we'll take our opposite hand and bring it underneath our shoulder just like so. So on this one, we'll kind of sit back on our hips, our feet will be a little bit wider in hip width, and we'll take our hips and we'll rotate underneath our fixed torso. So you notice the band's kind of pulling my hand this way, but my hips are rotating the opposite way. You think about it from an elementary standpoint, it's like your hips and your torso have cooties and they're trying to get away from each other as far as possible, right? Same kind of deal. So we want to create as much separation from those two as possible. So again, do that for about 10 to 15 or 20 reps, or for time, depending on what your program calls for, and obviously do the opposite side as well. Last position we want to improve in, which is a biggie, is the external rotation of the shoulder, which a lot of times just gets you really tacked down and beat down from us sitting for long periods of time, right? So how we want to do that is, you want to position your hand through the band again, like so, and you want to keep your palm up, and we're going to position your opposite foot of the hand that's basically in the band in front in a big split stance. So all we're going to do is you're going to take your shoulder and act like it's rotating the opposite way. It's almost like you're trying to give the wall over there a high five with your shoulders. So what that looks like is you're just going to rotate and come back. And so the band's going to be holding your hand back as you reach with your shoulder, causing a lot more distraction stretch in your shoulder, opening up those tissues and helping your arm feel better. So again, 10 to 15 to 20 reps on each side, or do it for time depending on how much attention your shoulders need or whatever your program calls for. If you have any other questions, please fill out a comment below at the blog. If you need more solutions to developing a fitness training program for yourself, we also have a great online coaching program that's basically in the bottom of the information bar of this video. So you guys can click on the link and check out our online coaching program as well. So anywho, have a great day and we'll talk to you soon.